Hey Magic fans, I'm Joe. Thanks very much for joining me today. If you'd like to support my channel, please check out the link above to my Patreon page. I'm here with a third replay of a queue against an unknown opponent, but with my 4-color Soulherder deck. I won the die roll, and so I mentioned that on the play we should mulligan these hands, but I think I kept it because I don't know. It's hard to be very, very disciplined with mulligan rules. In hindsight, I think I probably should have mulliganed this, but the chance for a turn 3 Oko, I guess, is very alluring, very tempting. However, if the opponent has removal for my Hierarch, I'm pretty screwed in this spot. So I think you probably should mulligan this hand. It was a bad decision by me to keep it. All right, let's go ahead and open with the Hierarch. Opponent mulliganed. Experiment 1. Okay, so mono green Stompy. I drew a land, so I get to play Oko on turn 2. Like, it's so greedy keeping that hand, but the payoff is pretty massive. So make a food token. There's nothing this experiment 1 can do. Like, it's a pretty nice aggressive opening, but yeah, it just doesn't compete against this. Oko down to 2 counters. I draw an Assassin's Trophy. Go ahead and play this Coatl, draw a card. All right, we really need to. This is the problem with keeping one landers, is even when you do hit a land, you still get backed up a little bit. Turn that food into a 3/3 and yeah, just pass the turn, right? All right, a Barkhide Troll. Not that great. Opponent gonna attack Oko again, I'm sure. So, I'd rather not lose Oko. So let's line up blocks so that doesn't happen. I think blocking with the food token so that we don't lose the food token seems good. Yes, this Strangle Rootgeist is going to get to come back, but we can play out an Eternal Witness at the very least next turn. And yeah, I'm gonna block like this. So even though the Iceman Coatl dies, maybe we can get it back with the Eternal Witness. We still got a 3/3 blocker with the food token. That land was right on time. Pretty amazing. I decided to go with Witness here because I've got Ephemerate to hold up. And we can get back the Coatl, which is... I'm sorry. Looks like I got back Vista. I think the idea was, of course, now that I'm thinking about it, we've got 4 mana and Siege Rhino and Ephemerate, so we would really love to just play a Siege Rhino and start ephemerating. So the Vista will guarantee that we can at least try to do that next turn. So even if we just have to chump with Eternal Witness, that's fine. But you can, I've got another 3/3 coming with Oko here, and the opponent, as an aggro deck, can't even attack my life total. I think the only damage I've taken is from my land so far. Okay, so dismembering a food token. So there's so many decisions here. I don't necessarily need to ephemerate the Siege Rhino. I can just regular old Siege Rhino. They're throwing 3 3/3s at Oko here. If I block 2, Oko can live. But at this point, I think Oko's kind of, let's see, I don't know. I think Oko's done enough work here. Once I get the Siege Rhinos down, they're excellent blockers, and Ephemerate is just kind of absurd with them. Another land. Okay, we've got green, white, black. Siege Rhino gains us life, loses the opponent's life. Get in with Eternal Witness because I'm not blocking with that. Pass the turn. Scavenging Ooze. They just pass because they can't attack into the Siege Rhino, which is like ridiculous. They're tapped out, so yeah, it's time to start ephemerating the Siege Rhino. Rebound. Now, tight play would say that I should target the Eternal Witness and get back the Ephemerate from the yard. But I saw the writing on the wall here. The opponent's tapped out. I can just ephemerate the Rhino and play another Rhino. Opponent goes down to 2, and yeah, just jam that Rhino. So yeah, this really was the first match where Rhino got to just do its thing. I think it did what? I played one, ephemerated it, rebounded it, cast another one. So that was like 4 times. So a 24-point life swing or something like that. I guess, right. Play one, ephemerate, rebound, next one. So yeah, just pretty hard for this deck to keep up with, I think. So good job, Rhino. Easy game 1. Good job, Oko. Just drew so much damage, so many attacks. Yeah, let's see how game 2 went. All right, let's go ahead and just jump into this. This is it's tricky, right? Because we can't cast our 2-drops. But it looks like I kept it anyway. With 4 colors, I think you can't be super duper picky. We're going to have a bunch of draws, well, 2 draws, before we'll want to play our 2-drops. One has a Pithing Needle, naming Oko, so that's sort of okay since we don't have Oko in hand. Once again, just drawing lands right when we need to. Tap Tomb, pass a turn. One cracks a Heath, get a Forest, play Strangleroot Geist. So nice aggressive start. For the opponent, Path to Exile seems nice. I can get now I might be a little bit aggressive with my fetching here, but I felt it was necessary given the fact that I only had a Forest here, hitting my life total down to 15. Start out with Oracle and hopefully hit lands. Didn't get there, hit a Charming Prince. Okay, so Rancor is going to push more damage than I was planning to take. Blocking is not really that great since it would only stop 1 point. And Hex Drinker. So we've got a path ready for that thing if they try to go off with it. But I need lands, right? So play the Witness, get back the land. Seems like a reasonable play. Now, this was kind of a dumb attack. If the opponent rips a land and boosts Hex Drinker up to a 4/4 next turn, I wasn't going to block anyway. But if they didn't hit a land, then I've got really a nice block set up against Hex Drinker. I don't know. It's just kind of unnecessary. We don't need to go from 18 to 17 in this spot. All right, another Strangleroot Geist. So even though they only have 2 lands, with this Rancor on the board, it's pretty aggressive. Now, I've got a lot of chump blocking material here. It's sort of fine to just throw away the Eternal Witness, even though it makes the Strangleroot Geist bigger. All right, so at this point, I've got some lands. I've got a path ready. I'm not going to have my basics online yet, and I'm going to need to take 2 more damage to even get to 3 basics to turn Coatl on. I'm going to start with Charming Prince, and I think I chose to gain 3 life. The opponent has a lot of pressure going right now. I can flash in Coatl, I guess, or just play another Charming Prince. All right, so this is, I guess, a little bit risky because Hex Drinker can go up to protection from instants if the opponent rips a land, but I will have potentially access to a Death Touch blocker next turn. All right, opponent does rip that 3rd land. Looks like they are going to get to level up the Hex Drinker, so he's a 4/4. And I'm not sure that I blocked optimally here. Now, Hex Drinker has protection from everything. Sorry, protection from instants. But again, I do have this blocker. I think it might have been better to block the Strangleroot. I think, all right, block, I don't know. I doubled up on this Hex Drinker. And it's possible I should have blocked here as well. I take 7, go down to 5. Okay, so Hex Drinker down. We've got Path online now. Seems like we're sort of stabilizing. There's our third basic. Charming Prince. Gain 3 more life, go up to 7. Possibly greedy. So I could have left a Path. One of the reasons here that Path isn't super amazing is they do play like Vines of Vastwood, Blossoming Defense, that kind of stuff to give their creatures protection. I'm going to blink the Prince, gain 3 life, go up to 10, and I've got some toughness here that I can block with. But the opponent has Dismember for Soulherder, which is pretty terrible for us. And an Avatar of the Resolute. So they get in, and I think I just block both of them. The one with the Rancor is going to come back. Assassin's Trophy removal is pretty nice. Let's just pass the turn. Everything is instant speed here, I guess. So there's another rank. Oh, that's the Rancor coming back. So I can Path in response. They get another land, and Rancor should just go to the graveyard, which is pretty good. When it attacks with the Avatar, I can flash in the Coatl. And drawing a land is not optimal here. I'd rather not throw away the Coatl because I can draw into like an Ephemerate and need a creature to get some value out of Ephemerate. So I choose just to hit that Avatar with Assassin's Trophy. And at this point, it's just a top deck war, basically. An opponent has 2 great creatures to start things off with. So there's that Ephemerate, actually. So I do get in, since I can just Ephemerate. It's possible that I should do it now to avoid letting the opponent untap for Dismember. An Assassin's Trophy is pretty decent. Opponent going to go to level 2, and then in response to going to level 3 is when you need to cast your instants before it gets protection from them. All right, so hopefully the opponent doesn't have anything great. Okay, they're empty-handed now, so all we've got to do is deal with 2 Experiment 1s. This is where actually having a Deputy of Detention would be great. I think I'm going to try to get one of those back into my sideboard. And yeah, we kind of have to take here because we need the creature there for when we Ephemerate. So draw 2 cards here. Okay, so it's 2 very nice cards. Here's a Hierarch and... wait, I'm sorry. Why did I not play Oko? Oh, of course. They've got doubled up Pithing Needles. So Oko not the best draw there. I guess we're probably going to want to bring in Force of Vigor. We can blow up Rancor and also these Pithing Needles. So they drew a Stringeroo, guys. It's going to double evolve, and now we're just in a terrible spot. So, I mean, Oko is a great card, but it's really not what we wanted with the Pithing Needles on the battlefield. It's possible I should have played him out just to get potentially lure some of the damage to Oko. And I don't even know. Yeah, it was just like terrible blocks and then drew a land. So that was a kind of an unfortunate ending. I feel like we drew okay, but I don't know. Slightly suboptimal play, and the opponent drew really well. So yeah, that's that. 1-1. First match that I lost with this build. First game that I lost with this build, but we still have to go to game 3 and see how things wrapped up. All right, back for the third and final game against Mono Green Stompy. I am going to be on the play. Against a deck like this, all you want to do is neutralize their pressure, and then, yeah, just generate tons of value. So this is a beautiful hand, easy keep. Probably going to go, like, Temple Garden into Hierarch. Even though it damages us, we need access to colors. So opponent Foothills and what? Dryad Militant. That's decent. This will exile any of our Ephemerates that we cast. Also, obviously, any other instant spells. So go ahead and cast Coatl now. Drew another land. And we can play that Hierarch as well. All right, so we've definitely got our mana going well here. Not going to block this Dryad Militant. That's strange timing. I wonder why they waited on Rancor. Maybe we were tapped out, right? Ugh, okay, that's super poor. Looks like the opponent is like holding up either Vines or like Dismember or something like that. Charming Prince. I'm going to try to tuck this Coatl, although I probably should have attacked first. Some sloppy sequencing. Okay, opponent doesn't have the removal, I guess, and Charming Prince is going to bring back the Coatl. Soulherder is going to target the Charming Prince. Yeah. Alright, opponent's got their third land. They're swinging in with their 4-1. I'd rather not block. They're going to Vines it. It's going to be an 8-5. Okay, I guess maybe we need to start thinking a little bit about our life total, but we can always blow up that that Rancor as well. Oh, but you know what? That was kind of a stupid thing. I didn't want to run out of time, and I think that I just thought really badly about Rancor. Is that if I kill the Dryad Militant in response to Rancor, then the Rancor goes to the graveyard and it stays there. But if you kill their creature, they get Rancor back. Sorry, if you kill... Let's just read this. When Rancor is put into the graveyard from the battlefield. So, of course, if I blow it up, they just get it back. So I think I just kind of wasted my turn here. Well, actually, I've got Oko. I started casting it and then decided to force this. It's really dumb because I forgot that they just get it back. I thought maybe it would go away forever. Don't play against Rancor every day, but at least I learned from my mistake. Don't have enough mana to play Oko, so that was a pretty poor turn. Fortunately, I'm going to be able to generate some value with Soulherder. Swing in for 3 with the Coatl. I'm going to blink the Prince. Exile the Coatl, just so that Soulherder becomes a 4-4 with double exile triggers. It's a little bit sketchy because I would like to have that Death Touch blocker back. So anyhow, I definitely should have jammed Oko last turn. Like that force did so little for 4 mana. It's kind of embarrassing. All right, getting with both of these guys. I'll block like that. I've got Oko coming. I'm kind of fine trading both of them. X Drinker, they're going to level it up. There's my Ice Fang comes back, drew me an Ephemerate, and then I ripped another Coatl for the turn. So great draws, making up for some of the slack. The poor play on my part. So opponent gets to Vines their Hex Drinker, which is sort of fine. It's only level 1, so there's no way they'll be able to give it protection from everything next turn. We can get in for 3, and we've still got Coatl Ephemerate up on their turn. So let's see, they're going to level it up to there and then play Rancor, so it's a 6-4 Trampler. Going after our face. That seems reasonable. But I can flash in this Coatl. Drew a Winds, which is solid, because this thing right now has protection from instants, but it doesn't have protection from sorceries. But I decide to trade anyway. I am going to go down, I think, to 2, or to 3, I guess, because I threw 1 toughness in front of it. I can gain some life with Oko if I need to. Rebound, going to draw another card. Another Ephemerate. Oko is going to turn Ice Fang into a 3-3 as a blocker. Seems reasonable. Get in for 2. Play Coiling Oracle. Here's a Scooze. Savage Swipe. So Savage Swipe. +2/+2. If its power is 2, then it fights target creature you don't control. So it killed my Elk Coatl. Elk. Now it looks like Scavenging Ooze is going to start eating some stuff. Not super scary, since I can kill that thing with either Death Touch here or with Winds of Abandon. Eternal Witness is just gas. Okay, we can rebound the Oracle. I'm not even sure. I think that hit another land. Teferi is pretty nice. Could have bounced that guy. Okay, we get in for 3. Pretty sure this is like time for the opponent to scoop because like just this card draw value is nonsense. Charming Prince. Probably should have gotten back Ephemerate, but Charming Prince is. I was feeling the low life total. You can see I'm at 2 minutes now on my clock. Archide Troll, cracking Waterlogged Grove, Pelt Collector. Okay, so let's go Eternal Witness. Get back, Winds of Abandon, just wipe the opponent's board, seems decent. Okay, so Winds of Abandon, all their creatures are gone, and we've got a lethal attack. So a very long game against a very fast deck. I definitely had a couple of missteps, but nothing that, the deck couldn't help me pick up the slack against. The biggest misplay was just hard casting Force of Vigor to get rid of Rancor, which of course just goes back to their hands. So miserable play, but lesson learned, and still won the match. Still 3-0 through these first few matches. So go ahead and leave your thoughts down below. I think the Black Splash was not super duper relevant in this, except for the first game. We went nuts with Rhino, which was amazing. This game, really not too much going on with the Black Splash, but I think we cast Assassin's Trophy in the second game. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Please check out my Patreon page if you'd like to support the channel. And tune in for the next video where I'll be back with the 4th replay with this 4-color Soulherder deck. I'll see you guys there. Bye.